Welcome back, students. Let us continue interference between any arbitrary points. As I told in the previous video, it means lies between 0 to 0.5. If it is exactly on 0, 100% constructive. If it is exactly on 0.5, 100% destructive interference. Suppose if the point lies between these two numbers, then how to consider the mathematical formation of interference pattern? So let us consider between, if the point lies between 0 to 0.5, so let y1 be the displacement along y-axis. Y1 is equal to a into cos omega t. This is the wave pattern which can reach the particular point, arbitrary point, from the first source. Y1 is the displacement from the first source and y2 is the displacement from the second source. So the wave can reach the particular point is y2. y2 is equal to a into cos omega t plus phi. So this phi is the phase difference between the first wave and the second wave, where we have taken the arbitrary point. That I already discussed in the previous video, how we have to take. So what is phi? So phi is equal to phase difference between y1 and y2, first and second wave to that particular point, where we have to consider the constructive or destructive, whatever it may be, arbitrary point. So now, according to superposition principle, what is superposition principle? It is the vectorial sum of individual waves. It means the resultant wave y is equal to sum of y1 and y2 individual waves. Now substitute these two values here. We will get y is equal to, y1 is a cos omega t, y1 is a cos omega t, plus y2 is a cos omega t plus phi. So I will take a as a common factor. It will become cos omega t into cos omega t plus phi. Simplify this equation by using a formula. Cos c plus cos d can be written as 2 into cos of c plus d by 2 into cos of c minus d by 2. Use this relation to expand this formula. So now in the next step, y is equal to a here, 2 from the formula, it will become 2a into, first term is cos of c plus d. It means c is omega t, d is omega t plus phi. It will become omega t plus omega t plus phi whole divided by 2. This is the first cos term. Second cos term, cos of c is omega t minus omega t minus of, plus it will become minus phi whole divided by 2. So here omega t positive and negative get cancels. Here omega t plus omega t 2 omega t. In the next step, it will reduce to y is equal to 2a into cos of, it is 2 omega t plus phi whole divided by 2. This is the first cos term, and the second cos term becomes omega t get cancelled, minus phi by 2. You know that cos of minus theta is cos theta only. So this minus will eliminate it according to some trigonometric rules. So then consider the next step. Y is equal to 2a. You write 2a as it is. These 2 get cancels. So this 2 will applied only for phi by 2, because here 2 get cancels. Now in the next step, I used to write the first term as cos phi by 2 simply. I already told why I eliminated cos minus here inside this cos function, because cos of minus theta can be written as simply cos theta. Second term reduced as cos of 2 to get cancelled means omega t plus 5 by 2. 5 by 2. See the final equation what you have taken, that is y is equal to 2a into cos 5 by 2 into cos of omega t plus 5 by 2. 5 by 2. It means the resultant wave is also cos function, but here phi is reduced to half of the initial phase difference. Suppose initial phase difference is phi. Then in the resultant wave, the phase difference become half of that initial phase difference. Suppose initial phase difference is pi, then here it become pi by 2. So like that we have to consider the resultant wave. What is the resultant wave here at any arbitrary position? If the resultant wave is variable amplitude, this is completely amplitude of the wave. Say amplitude is not fixed. Here the amplitude varies according to cos function. If the phi value varies, the amplitude is also varies. Clear now? So amplitude is not fixed here, but the resultant wave whose phase is reduced to half of that value. Suppose if the phase is phi or pi by 2, then it is reduced to half of that value. So whatever the initial phase, in the resultant wave, whose phase becomes half of that initial phase. So that is the thing. So this is the resultant wave. The amplitude of the resultant wave does not remains constant, whose value varies according to this function. So the amplitude, it means intensity is directly proportional to square of the amplitude. So amplitude becomes 2a into cos of 5 by 2. Here you have to understand carefully, the things are very important. 2a into cos 5 by 2. So in this variable amplitude, if the phase difference between the first and second wave, phi is 0. If the value of phi is 0, if phi equals 0, if it is 0, cos 0 is 1, you know that. Cos 0 value is 1. So it becomes 2a into 1. It means the intensity is 2a. It means the intensity amplitude is 2a. Intensity is 4 times that, because it is intensity is directly proportional to square of the amplitude. So hence, if phi is equal to 0, we will get constructive interference. If phi is equal to 1 cos, here it is 1 means pi. If it is pi, it becomes pi by 2. Pi by 2 means 90 degree. Cos 90 is 0. So again we won't get constructive interference. We will get destructive interference. If phi is equal to pi, we will get constructive interference. Destructive interference. If phi is equal to 0, constructive interference. If phi is equal to 2 pi, again we will get constructive interference. If phi is equal to 3 pi, again we will get constructive interference. Not 3 pi, it is 4 pi. Constructive interference. If phi is equal to 3 pi, destructive interference. If phi is equal to 5 pi, destructive, and so on. So in constructive interference, intensity I is equal to 4 times I naught. In destructive interference, intensity is completely becomes 0, because the intensity is directly proportional to square of the amplitude value. Clear now? So if phi value varies from 0 and this belongs to both positive and negative, I can say plus or minus. Because from the central maxima, if you move towards upward, positive value, there also you will get constructive and destructive. Downward also constructive, destructive. That's why for all values of positive and negative, you will get whether it may be constructive or destructive. If it is even multiple of pi, 100% constructive interference. If it is odd multiple of pi, destructive interference. Here 0 is included to constructive interference, not here. So 0 and all even multiple of pi, 100% there is a point where the constructive interference is obtained if the phase difference phi value lies between these values. If the phi value phase difference between first and second wave is 0, constructive. 2 pi, constructive. 4 pi, constructive. If the phase difference between first and second wave is pi plus or minus, destructive. 3 pi, destructive. Minus plus or minus 5 pi, destructive interference, like this. So generally we have taken for constructive interference as a path in terms of path difference delta x is equal to n lambda, or phase difference delta theta, phase difference I will consider delta phi, will consider delta phi or phi will is equal to phase difference, that is what phi we have taken. It should be equal to delta theta only, I will take phase difference. So instead of lambda it is 2 pi, it means 2n pi. So the meaning of this general formula is for all even multiple of pi we will get constructive interference. In terms of phase, for all integral multiple of lambda, in terms of length, wavelength, it is again constructive. These two conditions for constructive interference. So let us consider into destructive interference. If delta x is equal to n plus half lambda, if we add every time half to the n value, then there should be a destructive interference. Or in terms of angle or phase, delta theta is equal to, instead of here it is even multiple of pi, here we will get odd multiple of pi. You know how to write odd multiple, 2n plus 1 pi. You can remember this. If it is 2n plus 1 pi, definitely it should be a destructive interference. If it is 2n pi, it is 100% constructive interference. If it is between these values, it means arbitrary point. If it is 0 to 0.5, so then how we are getting, say it is the value of n is equal to 0, it is the value of n is equal to plus 1, it means this is the value of n is equal to minus 1, again we will get n is equal to plus 2, here it is n is equal to minus 2, and so on. So this is the region where the interference pattern is observed. Dark means destructive interference, bright means constructive interference. So now I want to continue. The between two value means this value you have to take the average value. So this value we have to take the average value. So to consider average value, so average, you know that. So what is the meaning of average? Cos phi by 2. If I take average means if there are 10 numbers, so how to take the average value of 10 numbers? You add all the 10 numbers divided by 10 you have to take. Here the value of cos function lies between this cos phi by 2 value. No, this cos phi by 2 value is lies between 0 to 1. The cos value varies between 0 to 1. That's why if I take cos phi by 2 average, the average value of cos phi by 2, it means 0 plus 1 divided by 2. So it means which is equal to half. Now we clear now? While taking any arbitrary position, one should take the average value of this to get the intensity. So to get the intensity I is equal to, so average value you have to consider, average value. So I is equal to, while taking average value, 2a is already there, 2a into, it means it becomes 2a means 4I naught. Clear no? Because intensity is directly proportional to square of the amplitude. Then we have to take the average value. Average is nothing but half. Because average of 2a into cos phi by 2. It becomes half now. Because average value of cos phi by 2 is half. Why it is the value varies between 0 to 1. The average value of 0 to 1 is half only. So then 2 get cancelled. The intensity becomes 2 times I naught. So this is the thing you have to remember. If the intensity is maximum means constructive interference. If the intensity is minimum means destructive interference. Maximum means what is the value of I? I is equal to 4I naught. Maximum. Minimum means I is equal to 0. So this is constructive interference. This one is destructive interference. If it is the value lies between constructive and destructive, then the intensity is half of that value. Clear? So this is what the thing I want to conclude. If the interference pattern take between any arbitrary point, what is the intensity at that region? The intensity is 2 times I naught. What is the intensity at constructive position? It is 4 times I naught. What is the intensity at destructive position? It is I is equal to 0. So I hope you all understand this one. Understood? So I kindly request from all the students to make a notes and send to my personal number. So with that, I am going to end this session. Thank you.